Okay.
Okay.
So we're going now.
Okay.
Okay, so hi Marianne.
Hi. Hello.
So we're here in Paris, just outside of Paris.
Yes.
In Saint-Quentin. Is that the right?
Saint-Quentin en Yvelines.
Oui. And we're here to talk about bright spots, the things that work really well when starting and running a chapter of Cycling Without Age. So Marianne, how did you find out about Cycling Without Age?
So the first time we heard about Cycling Without Age was an exhibition in Paris, in La Villette, about mobility and the new way of moving. And there was a film of you, I think it was your TEDx, and we saw it, and Claire, my partner for the chapter, thought that's the idea. That's something fantastic to connect again with the elderly, to make them visible in our community, and the idea of the bicycle, all this was fun.
Yes.
So we wanted to create one, and the idea of creating something as well, being part of it, was exciting.
Yes. So what was the next thing you did then, once you realized that you wanted to do this?
So we tried internet, and we connected with the website, the French website, à Vélo sans âge, and then we realized we could get in touch with Dieter, the lady who developed in France, and it was very easy to get in contact.
Right.
And we had a Skype with her, and we could feel we wanted the same thing.
Yes. So there was a good energy.
Yeah, and we had the feeling, the value and the aim and everything what was we were looking for.
Yeah, that's fantastic. So tell me how you then did all the practical stuff to begin with.
So the good thing was that we were a team, and all the time, because it's a long process.
Yes.
Was always good to be two. So when one of us was a bit depressed, or thought it's too long and we will never going to manage, the other said, "Yeah, I've got an idea. Well, we could try this."
Yes.
And the other said, "Oh yes, you're right. There, go on. We carry on." So that was always a way to boost ourselves.
So would you say that being a team is crucial for being successful in starting and running a chapter?
Yeah, I think it's crucial because of just what I said, and because you can always ask the other what he thought about this new idea, or is that right or not right. You have another point of view all the time.
Yes.
And that's very important.
Yes.
And being a team in a meeting, an appointment, a big thing, is more comfortable, and you can share because there are lots of things to do.
Yeah.
So it's just positive.
Yeah.
There's no negative point of being a team.
Yeah. And does that also mean that you can complement each other with skills and interests?
Yes. That's an important point.
Yeah.
Yes, always, because one will be more comfortable with the oral, the other one will be comfortable with organizing.
Yes.
It's always complementary.
Yeah. Are there any other things that you find are crucial when running a chapter? I mean, what works really, really well here in this chapter?
So for us, what has worked very well is the fact we understood that a partnership was important, and Dieter explained to us that was really crucial to develop the idea with partners, and not only with people asking for the service of Cycling Without Age. The partnership means we know that it's important for all the reasons, and the residential home director, all the staff, understand the importance of it and want to make it work as well.
Yeah.
And as well the pilot. They understand that it's important for the society, for themselves, and for the others. So everybody in that case are involved in it.
Yeah.
And
so you actually went to see other nursing homes before you decided to have the first partnership with a nursing home, right?
Yeah, we took the time to meet different nursing homes, and the few of the first one we met, we thought that's not the right place because there's not this partnership will not be easy. So we carry on meeting others until we felt that we could understand each other on the same values.
Yes.
Sharing the same. And that is very important, I think, for the success in the long term.
Yes. So when you set up that partnership with that nursing home, was there anything that you felt was really important to have in there in the partnership?
I think the thing that was important, it was the enthusiasm of the partnership partners that was straight.
Yes.
We didn't need to convince. She understood straight. So we were sharing the enthusiasm. And that's
so the energy level was good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now that we are into the partnership, we can realize when we meet each other, both sides have ideas.
Yes.
So we bring ideas, and she will say, "That's a good. We work on it." She brings as well ideas.
Yes.
So that's important.
Yes. How did you fundraise for the first Tertrais?
So we looked in different directions. So we did crowdfunding, and that was great because that means we need to inform all our relations, friends, everybody. So what was Cycling Without Age and why it was important. So that was first to ask us and to spread the things. That was nice.
Yeah.
And the return was excellent. So we had half the cost of the Tertrais. So we thought, that's a good start.
Yeah.
And then another good thing was a private company said, we can help you, but we can't help you for all of the cost. You need to find partner with the political and local community, so that will be in a long-term project because of that. And that was a good intensive.
Yes.
So we had to meet the local authorities and to convince them, even if they pay very little, but that was a condition, and that is very clever.
So you basically you had the benefit of having a lot of supporters in your local community, but then you also had the support from the municipality, you had the support from the nursing home, and from also other sponsors.
Also, national.
So you were sort of broadly founded. Yeah,
in a different support.
Yeah.
And it's not only finance. The municipality, and it could be a place to put the Tertrais, or it could be a staff to help to connect with isolated elderly people. It's not only money. So money is important, but it's we need help for other things as well.
So are you feeling now as well that apart from just you and Claire, you are actually a lot more people that you can rely on to make the chapter run?
Yes, because we can't run the Tertrais just by being two. No. So we, as well as a partnership with the residential home, we need to create a partnership with pilots. So at the same time, we started to do meetings to talk about the project and to try to convince people that they could help. And so we decided to join the cycle association, the people who like to cycle, but as well the young retired people that have time. And so we did one meeting, and then we did a newsletter to say we have half the money, and then another newsletter said the Tertrais will arrive next month. Are you still with us? And then we had another meeting, and so we tried to build a close relation, and start to have events so that the pilot will feel involved in the project and not just do the journey with the Tertrais, but as well feeling to be involved with it.
Yes. So speaking of getting people involved and getting people staying enthusiastic about doing this, how do you do that?
I think to make it fun, we will need to create events, fun for the pilots and fun for the elderly people. So we need to either look at the other chapters in France or outside France to get ideas, or invent new ideas. But I think at least once a year, or if we can do twice a year, create an event to share time together, having fun, make the buzz, have some journalists there. Yeah.
How much time do you spend doing this?
Maybe, I would say 2 hours per day at the moment, and it's difficult to do more because we're both working and have a family. So we try to, because it's very enthusiastic. We want to do things, but we have all the other things to manage as well. It's a mix.
So it has to be fun, right?
It has to be fun, otherwise you quit. It's too much. Exactly. But it's good to think, make it fun. So you are in charge of making it fun. If you want it fun, make it.
Yes, because if people don't see that you have fun, maybe they won't get attracted to being part of it.
Or they will lose enthusiasm. So they will help a little bit, and after a while, probably find something where to go.
Yeah. How do you organize the rides?
So we have a discussion with a residential home, and to think with them what will be the best organization. And so we ask the pilots if they could give one time during the week or once every 2 weeks, but always the same one. Yeah. So we know that we can go to the residential home 3 days a week, 3 afternoons, or more than that. For the moment, it's 5 times a week, so that's quite good. Yeah. And the residential home knows that, so they try to get organized, and they try to choose different people every time, so that everybody gets a chance to have a ride.
Yes.
And when we arrive, we went with the tri show, and we know there's 2, 3, 4 routes that we can use, and regarding what the elderly wants to do, what the weather is, we decide where to go. Yeah. And the last decision was to try to get as many times as we can people on a wheelchair into the tree show, involving the staff.
Yes.
And I think it will work.
Yeah. And actually, that was one question I was going to ask you is, how do you get the staff enthusiastic about this?
I think we were lucky because the head of the residential home is very enthusiastic. Yes. So when we say, oh, we could do this, she said, oh yes, we can. And then she calls and asks the staff to come. The staff will usually say, too difficult, too many times, weather is not good. And she always say, what is the solution? Where can we find a way? And we find it. So I think it's the enthusiasm of everyone makes a difference. Yeah.
So finding someone who's a good leadership sponsor in the nursing home is important.
It's a clue. Yeah. If you have to, before convincing the staff, to convince as well the head, that's more difficult. Yeah. That's the first thing. Yes.
Do you feel sometimes you have to convince the passengers as well, or are they always enthusiastic?
No, they're not always, but you said it. You have to pick up the one that you can feel, this one will go with me. And then that's the first go out. And when he comes back with a smile, that convinced the second one that wasn't sure, but go for a ride. Yeah. And it's just, we had already 25 elderly in 2 months out, and the other are waiting for a ride. So, and those who don't want to, that's their right. I mean, it's fine. We will not force anyone. No, so there will always be, even if it's just one, that's worth it. And it's more than one.
That's fantastic. So is there anything that we haven't talked about yet that you feel works really well?
I think we say a lot that worked really well. And I think one thing we try to keep Claire and I in mind, that it will always be fantastic to have the ride. So that is important, and all the difficulties and all the time you have to spend and worth the ride. So always keep that in mind. Yes. That's the aim.
Yes, and then you'll have a wonderful time running the chapter.
Yeah, it's like I said to Claire, it's like a spa of the heart.
That's a fantastic quote. All right.
Spa for the heart.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.